Yeah, man. So, how's it been, bro? How's it been?
I know everything's been going well, just steady creating, trying to stay on it mentally,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, man. I dig it, man. So, yeah, um, all that stuff out of the way. Let's just get right into it, man.
Cool,
I
cool,
hope
cool.
you sit.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, my first question, I think I have like 3 days listening to your tape now,
yeah.
and
Appreciate
it took some getting used to it. It took adjusting only
Yeah,
because I've been finding all these rappers on SoundCloud.
yeah,
So I came across your stuff, which was dope from the jump. It was
appreciate it.
kind of like, yeah, for sure. It was kind of like, you know what I mean? I had to kind of mature my own ear to appreciate it, to be able to appreciate it. So I'm actually very excited for this interview.
All right, cool. Nah, thanks, dude. Because it's crazy just hearing someone else's take on like my stuff. Because I really just be in my own head most of the time.
Oh yeah,
I figure out how to articulate certain thoughts that I have, and yeah, so it's really cool to hear that.
I is, bro. I is. Yeah, man. So just jumping into it, man. First question is, please deconstruct the title, Silence. Um,
So, the title isn't actually silent. It's a word that I found online. There's this thing called the Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows, right? Uh,
okay.
if I just pull up the definition real quick for what is silience. So it's not silence,
Oh,
yeah. So the definition that it gives, right, is the kind of noticed excellence that carries on around you every day. It's the hidden talents of friends and co-workers, the slapdash eloquence of anonymous users, the unseen portfolios of aspiring artists, which would be
okay.
masterpieces if only they'd been appraised by the cartel of popular taste.
Yo, that's actually kind of deep.
Yeah, so it's like a lot of words, right? But essentially what I was trying to get across in titling the project was just like how, as an independent musician, right, there's like a lot of us in this stuff and we all make really dope stuff. Like outside of the mainstream, there is honestly so much just raw talent.
Yeah, I've
And
heard somewhere that it's the lifeblood of music. I think
yeah,
J. Cole or something said like the guys that really aren't getting the praise, the guys that are really just doing this for free, you know what I
yeah,
mean? They're really what the core is about.
yeah,
So
exactly.
I feel you, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, sorry, I just lost my train of thought quickly. It's
Oh,
like,
my bad.
yeah, not right. So through all of that, it's like we have a raw, unfiltered talent. All it needs is the recognition for it to really blow up because we make a lot of cool stuff, man. So in that title, I was just trying to say that, like, yo, this is my offering as like my kind of masterpiece, basically. So yeah,
Word,
yeah.
word. Man, we'll get more into it, man. Um, can you please describe like the era of music that you grew, like that you came up on? You know what I mean? As in, can you break down like the state of like an indie artist? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
In your era, and maybe like what ideologies you kind of, you know what I mean, like developed being an indie artist.
Alright, yeah, I feel you. So, basically, I'm just gonna go through like some of my how I got into music in the first place. Um, you just listen to whatever's around you, like what your parents are playing, what your siblings are playing, and all that stuff. And like my older brother was always into making music, so I just basically just tag on to whatever he was onto. If he was on
Yeah,
rap. If he was on R&B, I was on R&B. And only when I like entered kind of my teen years did I start developing my own kind of taste. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
that along with listening to artists like Mac Miller, listening to people like Pharrell, listening to people like Childish Gambino, which I cite as biggest influences, right?
oh
And
cool.
to be Pharrell ties into how I make my music. So a lot of his production, Neptune style. Try and aim for that with my own kind of twist to it,
Yeah,
Just as an overall musician, RIP the guy. But
yeah, for sure.
he was just like really dope. Like watching his artistic evolution from his tapes that he used to make in high school to what he dropped last, which is
Swimming.
yeah, exactly, swimming and all that stuff. And then Childish Gambino is just in the embodiment of how to be an artist as a whole. So it's not just about the music, but the packaging, and the visuals and everything that comes along with it.
Yeah.
So I all three of those ideas together in how I make my music, from producing it all myself to learning how to record myself, and eventually pushing it out to the finished product and all.
Yeah, man, you're kind of like delving into like stuff I wanted to find out later on. Let me just see what I have here. So my third question was gonna be, wait, can you break down? Okay, yeah, I think I already asked you this.
Yeah.
Please break down like the state of like music in the East Rand, because I saw in your Soundcloud it says you're from there, right? Yeah, so talk to me about like what the state of the of music is there, as in like with you guys, with the indie artists and stuff. And also like, are there any signs of it like bubbling up, or has it been kind of like stagnant for as long as you've known it?
Yeah, so as far as I've known it, I've just kind of always been on my own wavelength. Like I'm just always in my own doing my own stuff for myself. But recently, during my like SoundCloud deep dives, I've been finding a lot of people on my side, you know what I mean? But the thing that I feel like we're lacking on, because I've noticed in a lot of the other music scenes, like in Cape Town, Pretoria, other places like that, a lot of these artists like group together and like support each other in that way. Like they will work together, exchange music and all that stuff. And I always found that really dope. But like I feel like we've been sort of lacking on that end, you know what I mean? 'Cause I'm always super down to work with pretty much anyone that hits me up, because I'm always willing to lend ear to help somebody out. As far as you know what I mean, like people I've known from high school, I've got a friend, Sean M. He's dropped like a bunch of dope stuff that's going like up. It's crazy. But I'm working on a tape. I'm not sure what his artist name is gonna be, but I'm ready for that when it drops.
Everybody's just starting out, really.
Yeah, basically, so, like me and people that I've grown with, just finding our footing in it. You know what I mean? And as far as established artists, yeah, not really, as far as I know, that kind of thing. So.
Right. Yeah, man. It's like an interesting thing that I picked up was you said that it at least felt to you that like artists around Cape Town and all these other places are collaborative.
Yeah.
Or more so like keen to collaborating with each other and just kind of like working towards a certain goal or the same goal.
Exactly.
And yeah, I'm in Cape Town right now, and I don't know, I guess from my perspective, it does seem like, okay, on one hand, I can see what you're talking about, because on Instagram, you find that a lot of these guys tag each other, put each other on and whatever, but in real life, even like from me starting off this channel, it's just kind of like, man, it ain't really all buddy out here, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like, okay.
Yeah, it feels like that, because it's like, it's almost like you kind of feel like an outsider looking into the thing. In the circles, like everyone's like, oh my God, let's work, let's do this, let's push it. But from the outside, you kind of feel like, you gotta push it.
Like a wall, invisible wall, you gotta break through. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's crazy though. Like I can kind of respect the fact that you've been peeping what's been going on outside your own, you know what I mean, boundaries and stuff, because that's what I want to do with you guys. That's because I've always heard, I'm from the Eastern Cape, moved to the Western Cape, so I can count on one hand how many days I've been in Gauteng province. So yeah, and then I keep hearing about like, yo, you guys are on some crazy tip, like whatever we got, you guys have like in abundance or whatever. So that's what I want to tap into. I'm like, yo, what are these guys actually doing on a day-to-day basis? What can we learn from you guys? So yeah, it's crazy that like it works from both sides of the window. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I would like love to live in like a space where just like creatives as a whole, like
Yeah,
information and collaboration is just like a free flowing kind of thing. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But like I was just super down to do this when you like hit me up because I'm like, okay,
Oh, it is.
see, there's all these other platforms that I could like just as easily reach out to, but I'm being reached out to by someone who's also trying to build their own thing, and that's what I'm trying to do as well. So
Got you, bro.
work all for it, like.
Yeah, man. How is, bro? I feel you. Moving on, man. Moving on. Yo, tell me, what's your favorite song from the tape?
That is a very hard question. You know, like when parents ask, like, "Yo, you're kind of asking me to choose my children." You know what I mean?
It's that deep.
It really is. But like, okay, so if I had to really think about it, you know, like, there's songs. Each and every song on there has its own kind of significance. The greater packaging that is me, you know. So just going through the track list, let's see. Personally, okay, right? Just in terms of how much the song means and how the song came about, I would have to go Control. That's gotta be my favorite one out of all of them.
Cruise Control.
Yeah, with Liam Alex. Shout out to
Yeah, yeah. That's a bop. Yo, that's a vibe right there. I won't even lie. But I'll tell you, like, I have a separate favorite. And I don't know, for whatever reason, it hit me. But it did. It just hit me there was the right time, the right place. I had You Should on repeat.
Yeah.
The whole time, bro. The whole time. It's a banger, bro. It's a banger. I'm probably using that song for like the promo. But anyway, yeah, I'll decide. Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Like, tell me, like, what's your vision for the future?
So my vision for the future is really, I kind of alluded to it a little bit earlier, which is kind of like the whole free-flowing collaborative thing, because my real goal is not to be the face of like anything, you know what I mean? I'm trying to be the dude behind the scenes. I'm trying to be the dude like producing for people, writing songs for people, all that kind of stuff. So my music is more so building a portfolio that will allow me to do that kind of thing, because like a random kid just coming out of nowhere being like, "Hey yo, I can make your tape for you, like from start to finish."
Yeah.
It's like, who are you? Versus if someone's like, "Yo,
Yeah.
work out. This is what he can do. This is what he's capable of," and they can go check that out. You know, it'll be, yeah.
Yeah, man. I dig it. I dig it. Yeah, okay, so I got a bunch of other questions for you, but for now I'm moving on to the second part of this interview, which is, if you've seen some of my interviews, you'd know we eventually got to talk about some of the lyrics in the tape, right?
Yeah.
So I usually like tell rappers that the thing we take most pride in is the fact that we want to break down, like, how can I put this? Like, okay, so here's the line I usually give to a rapper, right? We like it when the music has two separate meanings. You know what I mean? Where I could just like look at your bar, look at whatever you wrote, and be like, yo, I could take this either or. You know what I mean? It isn't just like laid out for me to understand. But now, because your music isn't strictly hip hop music, or I don't know, maybe you'll define what genre you do. Yeah, but from my own understanding, yeah. So I do listen to your music, and I'm like, okay, it is very story based. It's like, here's how my day went. This is what I did. You know what I mean?
I get it.
But it's like in a crazy melody, a crazy flow, right? So yeah, man, I'm pretty much just gonna ask you to run commentary on some of these bars, because the one thing I appreciate is you have so many dope features on your stuff. Yeah, so I can't tell if like the verse is from you or it's from one of the other dudes. You know what I mean? Sometimes I can't tell.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just gonna ask you to run commentary on these following bars. So on You Should, you said
like Iverson, don't need to practice, she don't need it, she the meanest. She need a ring like Sabrina. No fuck niggas in my radius. I'm trying to fill up a stadium, caught at a friendly ghost. She got the stuff
right.
Yeah, was that you?
That's me.
Fire.
That's like high key one of the like my favorite parts of that song, because like I don't know if you know, but I like, okay, you probably wouldn't because of like the period in which you discovered my music, but like there was I was like promoting the tape hard, which was when it originally dropped back in 2019, right? So
Yeah.
You Good is a song that I wrote back in 2016. Like I was still 16 years old, figuring out
That's
yeah. It's like the first song that I fully produced by myself, where I fully wrote everything, I fully recorded and fully like did everything, right? So like, though at the time I was listening to a lot of rap music, and in a lot of rap music, there's a lot of bars. So
yeah,
like in that time as well, there was the whole Casper versus AKA thing
yeah,
going on, you know what I mean? And Casper Nyovest was like that nigga at that period of time, right?
yeah,
He was
yeah,
doing up the dome, everything, and all that
yeah.
stuff.
I was fully Team Casper, so I remember I was siding with Cas that whole time. So I get you. Yeah,
Exactly. So, just starting from the beginning of the part that you quoted, need a thing like Serena. Serena's a championship athlete. You know what I mean? Very basic bar, just face value. It is what it is. Like
yeah,
trying to put a ring on it, and she needs it just like an artist who has that. Not an artist, an athlete who has that desire for like a win and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I need a wife for that, exactly like that. That's how I feel about her. And then on the second part of that, okay, skipping part, no fuck niggas in my radius. I mean, that's just, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Trying to
yeah,
keep that
yeah, yeah.
away from me. I'm just trying to keep that energy away from me. Now,
Gotcha, man.
yeah, I'm trying to fill up the stadium, call it a friendly ghost, is alluding to Casper Nyovest and the kind of stuff that he did.
Oh, yeah, I
Casper the friendly ghost.
I got you, bro.
Fill up the
I
stadium.
got you, bro. It just clicked in my head. I'm like, oh wait, okay, yeah, that's kind of a fire. Damn, I didn't see that explanation coming. So I might as well have told you I like it when they mean two different things, because that's exactly what I got. Yeah,
Yeah.
man, that's a crazy bar. Now I'll appreciate it more now that I know what it means.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Moving on, the next was Hold Steady, and this is like the entire hook actually.
You're moving, I can tell you're ready. Got a preference for the sweeter berry. Throw it back, girl, you know I hold steady. Baby, I hold steady.
Yeah, man. What's your take on that?
So that song was written after I'd gone to my first concert, you know what I mean? And it was such a vibe. Like that show was life changing, to be completely honest, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
after I came back from that, it was just like I noticed how certain beats move certain people, you know what I mean? Like how when beats drop and stuff like that. So the whole premise of that chorus was just kind of a thing. What can I say that'll fit onto this beat that'll move people in a way? You know what I mean? And then just to break down like the lyrical content, it's the way you're moving, I can tell you're ready. So it's kind of like, you're dancing with someone, and like it's just like an exchange of vibes and stuff like that. So I can
yeah.
tell like your vibe with the boy. You know what I mean?
Gotcha, man.
Yeah. The got a preference for the sweeter berries is the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. I love black women. I just
Don't we all?
I everything. I fully support black women in any and everything they do. So I've got my very own preference for the sweeter berries. And then throw it back, girl. You know I hold steady is kind of like, yo, if you throw the vibes at me, I'm gonna catch it. You know what I mean? And that's
Gotcha, man.
the content of that hook. So yeah.
Yeah. Yo, it's so refreshing to hear somebody, or how much effort somebody put into writing their music.
Yeah.
Because the wave nowadays is, I'm just freestyling this, whatever I come up with on the studio, that's what the song is, no refinement whatsoever. But I can tell from you that it's like detailed, and it's very like, yeah, so I can appreciate that. Yeah, bro. So the last bit of lyrics here isn't really even lyrics. I just want you to break down first of all, you sent me your digital booklet.
Yeah.
I thought I'd never seen anybody do this before. So I'm like, yo, this is hella dope.
Yeah,
And on it, you have the track list and the reasons for the songs or whatever, dissertation for the song, whatever. And the one I find most interesting is for Inbox Open.
Right.
Yeah. But won't you slide? Inbox open, won't you slide? Inbox open, won't you slide? I can think of a couple other places you can slide to.
Shawty told me slide. The way you moving, got a nigga fucking slipping. I'ma slide. I want it, baby.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm going to quote something here. Amina's performance in the city or at In the City will forever live in my mind. One thing I picked up on was that songs on 1.5 are made for performing. The crowd loses its mind as hard at hard ass beats. So I made a hard ass beat song. Oh yeah, I'm fucking the quote up, but anyway, you know what it is. Yeah. Can you break that down for me?
All right, cool. So yeah, like I told you about the first concert I went to. So I just turned like 18, like a few months before that, and I ended up being In the City. You know what I mean? So what happened
Yeah.
in the Mina's performance is that like they had this whole golden circle thing going on, right? But so like everyone that didn't buy the golden circle tickets was kind of outside, like
Yeah.
being right by the stage and like experiencing everything. So Mina came on stage. And like his shit is jumping, you know what I mean? And he's like, yo, you know what? Everybody that's in general, jump the fence into the
Oh shit.
So
Oh,
like
for
it
real?
was crazy. Security's trying to like find people and stuff. We're all just jumping in and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Very next song that comes on is Ching from his tape 1.5, right?
Yeah.
And like that beat for me, it just like messes me up, bro. Like it just goes entirely too hard. So like it was just in that moment where it's like, because I had listened to 1.5 before that, right? And
Yeah.
I vibed with some of the songs, but it was like, this is okay. This feels very like trap with my niggas kind of music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sure, that's a vibe, but like it's reserved for certain times for me. But then at that performance where those beats were just like hitting and I was just in this whole vibe going on, I've got to make something like this. I have to.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like basically just be like, you know, Used To is like a really good song. I really love that song. But like I'm kind of being in front of a crowd of people and then just performing back-to-back songs of that slow kind of nature. You know what I mean? I need something where everyone's going to rage, where we're going to mess it up, and it's going to be a great time. So yeah, that's basically how the beat for Inbox Open came along.
Oh man, that's crazy. Yo, dude, there's like so much depth in you. It's, you know what I mean? I gotta end the interview, but I know I haven't covered all these bases.
Yeah.
So it's either we make an hour-long interview, which is probably gonna be bad, or we kind of say, okay, look, let's stop for now, and then let's do another one of these, maybe down the line.
Yeah, we could pick up at a later point, I think.
Yeah, let's pick up, man. Let's pick up. Otherwise, for now, we're gonna cut this off, ne? So before we do, I just want to know if you have any final thoughts.
Any final thoughts? So definitely go stream Silience. It's on Apple Music. It's on Spotify. It's on everything. Definitely check out Fan First at Fan
Oh, it is.
on Instagram. You know, it'll be my voice from now on. I'm doing interviews on here for the future and beyond. And yeah, pretty much it, man. Thanks, man.
So dope conversation, man. Hey, it's Alto, Fan First. Thanks, guys, for watching, man. Peace out, bro.
Deuces.
Yeah. Take it back to the days when I used to fuck with you. Make it feel brand new and let it feel like deja vu. Just take it back to the days when I used to fuck with you. Take it back to the days when I used